All right, guys. So I picked this thing up yesterday when I was down in Phoenix at the store where I bought that Cannondale bike, and we went down there again today to try and find some more stuff and also operate portable. Portable didn't really. I didn't put a whole lot of effort into it, but trying to make contacts on 80 meters in the evening, 40 meters, 20 wasn't really open. Is not great because basically you're just going to struggle. You need a pretty big signal to get on 80 mobile. So we need to test this thing and see if it works because it's got like some damage here. The board is kind of warped or something. I don't know what's going on here. It's just like bowed out. I think maybe they soldered it incorrectly or something. That's what it looks like to me. So I'm going to put a cord on it, test it, and then I'm going to fire up my diesel heater with it. I've got another one of these. It's on my diesel heater, but it's actually on top of a 2-meter amplifier. These are usually kind of noisy. They're not really something great. Here's the other one right here. It's on top of this thing. Looks like it might be a little bit thicker. And this one is also a 30 amp. S36012. Let's see if it says the same thing. S36012. I wonder what the 360 means. Anyway, yeah, they're all slightly different, but very similar. So, and these, you can usually get them for pretty cheap, and they'll run radios and stuff like that, CB amplifiers, whatever you want to use. I have never heard of anybody blowing anything up with one of these, but having said that, I'm sure it's quite possible. This one's a 2016. This is actually 2024, which is great. So let's just unplug and get the screwdriver out and just make a hot swap. I know exactly what's wrong with this thing. Fan went out. See if we can fix it. It smells like burning electronics, though. Alright, so there is the smell of burning electronics, so we're going to need to see what's inside of here. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the camera. And we'll start taking it apart. That might not be one we want to undo. Well, that appears to be a heat sink. Alright. Yeah, then we're going to have to put that back. That one might be a heat sink also. Yep. I've never opened one of these up before, so I'm not really sure what to expect. Looks like it slides back. Yeah. Now here's our fan. I think what they did was they tried to reach in here and remove this thing. I think they boogered it up. There's something smells funky in here. Let me see if anything feels warm. So these all... Please don't tell me that's how they had this fucking thing right here. You serious? That's not gonna work. Okay, let me get this thing back in here. So right. No, it wouldn't have been like that. Well, if it was, it is possible. I'm gonna try and see if I can find any signs of funny stuff on this. But we can replace the fan. I think the smell actually might be from the fan. Everything else looks pretty good. I might actually want to just pull this whole fucking thing out of here. There's a little bit of thermal paste on here. I don't know. I don't really want to play with it. And let me see. So if we undo this thing, all right. Okay, let's just get this board out of here. Let's just see if there's a reason this thing's warped. Okay. There's only a few screws here, so it's not like a big deal. I just want to inspect the back half of it. There's no screws right here. Nothing. There's only 3 screws holding this fucking thing in. There's nothing here. That can't be normal. What the hell? Lazy day at the factory? Alright, let's pull this out of here. Alright. That looks a little different. Everything looks pretty good to me. I don't see anything too obvious. Give it the old smell test. There's things that are like a little crooked. The board, we can probably resolder this. I'm going to do it since I've already got it out. Boy, you know, it wouldn't take much to short this fucking thing out either. Don't they usually have like plastic in here? So let me see here. We'll come over here. Oh man, come on. Right. I'm just going to turn on my soldering iron that I have over here. It's not the most powerful one. There goes that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and push the board down so we don't have the bow in it. Because it's my opinion what it is they didn't solder it flush. Okay. I'm just gonna wait for this stupid thing. It's probably when I should be using a soldering gun. And my weller is over there, my other weller. And boy, there we go. Yeah, this isn't gonna work probably. So you basically got 3. It's not really going because I need more heat. Let me go get a soldering gun. Jesus. Alright, get the big one out. Let's see. This thing's really heat sinking bad. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to do what I wanted to do. If I probably come in here and then just use the solder sucker and then push it down, maybe then I could. Alright, guys. I got it a little bit closer. You can see it's much closer. I just reflowed it a little bit, added some more solder. Get some of this stuff off of here. Anyway, it was better than it was, but yeah, it's still kind of, it just doesn't want to move. So anyway, it wicks up a lot of heat. Like I said, if I wanted to really do it, I need to just desolder it, and then I can start from the center and get it even. But good enough for now. So we don't see anything too weird here. I don't smell anything funky on this thing. So let's see what the rest of that thing looks like. Okay, we had no screws here. For whatever reason, they decided they weren't going to put them in there. I'm going to grab this and a hammer and flatten it out on the floor. So I'll be back in a second. All right. So while I was doing that, I found the plastic. So there is plastic. Thank God. Anyway, so let's get our board back in here and our heat sinks back in here, and let's see here. So these basically just gonna sit up in here like this, and there might be a right and wrong way. Okay, the hole lines up there. So I think, yeah, it looks like it lines up either way. Okay, so we probably want to put these in first. Let's make sure this one lines up. Okay. And get them like that. You know, I don't know. Let me try and get the one first on the back. There. Yeah, I think we can drop it in there like that. There. Yeah. There we go. All right. Cool. Let's get our heatsink stuff back in here, and try and do all this at once. Oh man, come on. Alright, got that one. I don't know what to do with that other screwdriver, but this one will work just fine. I'm not going to snug it up yet because I need to get these screws lined up inside of here. And we're going to have to decide where we want our screws to be because unless I can find some in my pile, we're missing 2 screws. They might be regular computer screws. Okay, so we're lined up pretty good here. Need this one here and here. Let's go. We'll put one here. Okay. Magnetic screwdriver is a must. You can buy a thing to magnetize them too. We're going to put them back like they were. I'll see if I can find more. Come on. Come on. Sometimes it can be a pain. Okay. So I really do want those screws in the back. So see how now it looks a lot nicer. It's only lifted up a little bit in the corner. So there's nothing, no fault of the board. It's how they assembled it. And this will be a little better. You can still see quite a bit of gap. They soldered and pushed it too close here and here, causing it to bow. So anyway, it is what it is. A $5 thing. I don't know how much these cost. I mean, maybe they're like 30 bucks or something. And this thing is totally fuckered. Oh, look at that. Nice. I don't know that I've ever seen one like this before. Wow. Now, what's weird is I don't know that these are normal to run all the time either. My other one I don't think runs all the time until it senses a certain temperature. So I don't know if I have a fan of this size, but boy, this thing is hamburgered. Oh, yeah, I can see what happened now. See what happened? This little piece here snapped off somehow. And, you might be able to, like, super glue that. That's a remote possibility. But I think it will just snap again. You might be able to. Is this the bearing? So anyway, yeah, it's just like flopping in there. I'm just gonna have to find one of these fans, I guess. Or, something. Jeez. Alright, well. You know, nothing ever gets donated that's good, man. You know? These people don't donate stuff because it's working like it's supposed to. Kwai Fang Diane G. You probably might want to avoid that brand. Kwai Fang Diane G. Something or other. Anyway, yeah, I mean, yeah, if you wanted to live dangerously, you could glue it. Be kind of hard to do. Because it, like, you know, if it's crooked, it's gonna wobble like crazy. So I think what we were smelling in here is this glue burning up on this magnet. Yep, that's what it smells like. They use kind of a carbon fiber-ish type of material, but apparently it's not good enough. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if it would... I don't even know if you could even possibly do that. Basically, this is, I don't know what size this is. 60-15. Is that probably 60 millimeter? All right. Let's see here. Take that off of here. I don't think I can pull this through here. But for laughs and giggles, I might try and glue it just to see if it's possible. Alright, that just popped it through. Let's go ahead and try and glue it. Why not? Alright, I did glue it. But anyway, we're just going to let it sit. I'm going to look and see if I have another fan that's anything remotely like this. I honestly think it would probably just fail. But anyway, it was just worth a try just to see if it could be repaired that way. And it is, but we'll have to leave it sit for some time before we go ahead and try and do that with it. I don't know. This thing's kind of bent. I think they like smacked the thing, to be honest. I think that's why the fan is bad. I think it got smacked. This case is kind of pushed in. So anyway, fan. I mean, should the fan be running all the time? That's kind of questionable too. I don't know. Let's get these tightened up before we forget. So it really only has a few regulators on here, or whatever, MOSFETs, or I don't know what they are. Maybe they're just switching transistors. That's probably what they are, switchers. Then you have like your rectifier here, some other crap. Not a lot of filtering. What are these? These are 680 microfarad, 250 volts. And these ones are 16 at 4,700. So 4,700 is actually fairly large. Fairly simple circuit for the most part. But anyway, if you put a fan on it, you probably live forever. A good fan anyway, not that fan. So I'm gonna look and see if I got fans, but anyway, we know it does work. We know why it was donated now. So thanks for watching, guys.